well. Right now, it's relying on addictive chemicals that have been put in our food since we were children to get us hooked on processed sugars, so that when we walk in, our freaking dopamine in our brain goes off and we're like, give me that sugar. Whereas if we had SNAP benefits not being allowed to be used for those things, the convenience stores would change with their marketing, because they would have to. The market would respond. I don't know how to solve the education gap. Whereas, like, if I had very little money and I needed to eat for a week, I would buy a bunch of lentils. They're super nutrient dense. They've got a lot of protein. They're wicked cheap. And you can make a soup, or you can do it with rice or whatever. I don't know how to teach people that, like how people are going to learn that. That is a real problem. But they're not going to learn it if they can just walk into a convenience store and spend their little bit of money on candy bars. It's just not going to happen.
My thing is with, like, okay, they need to learn it, and okay, the market's going to fix it. Neither of those are immediate. Like, yes, people need to learn that. And do I think government should be the one teaching them? Probably not. But the population that we're talking about, which is probably a larger percentage than the other population that is not on these benefits, undereducated, and
sicker, higher healthcare costs. I know.
But I think my issue is, I think the conversation doesn't really take into consideration the lives of the people who live this every day. I think that's my frustration, is that people aren't actually like putting themselves in these people's shoes and saying, okay, if this changes tomorrow, how does the person A's life change, and what must they do? What hurdles must they jump through to be able to accomplish something or get something? And that's my issue. Like, it's great in concept, but I foresee us running into issues because it doesn't seem as though we're having a conversation about the actual people who use these on a day-to-day basis.
Is there an argument to be made that we're making it too easy for people?
Yeah.
Making what?
Meaning, like, all right, you're concerned about the difficulty of it, which is fine. I get it. But if we just make it too easy for people, then what's their motivation to get off of it, right? Like, what can we do to... If we make it a little bit more difficult, it's a little bit more, like, slightly more uncomfortable to get a bag of lentils in Michael Searle's poor world. Then, if we make that too easy, then he's never going to go buy the lentils.
And in the practical sense, what they're going to do is buy something that they're allowed to buy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you're eliminating the worst of the worst, soda, candy, potato chips,